Hello and welcome to JavaScript in Less Than 3, where I describe JavaScript concepts in under 3 minutes. Today we're going to talk about arrow functions. This is an alternative way to declare a function, right? Before we saw the use of this keyword function, func name, parameter 1, return, parameter 1 plus something. Let's just say that. That'll do, something like that, okay? So we could have that kind of function just using this function keyword. Now, if we want to declare this with an arrow method, it looks a tiny bit different, but it's doing the exact same thing. Yeah, we use const, we use func name, so exactly the same idea here. We'll just comment this out. Here we go. But we have const func name equals. So just like we're defining a normal constant, we just say const func name equals, and then we put the brackets with any of our parameters. And then we do this little arrow. So this equal sign plus a greater than symbol, that is essentially an arrow, right? It looks a little bit like an arrow. That's why it's called an arrow function. That's all there is to the naming of that. And then after that, we would do return par1 plus something. Yep. So this actual body here with the curly brackets is exactly the same. Then we can also do it in one line. That's another cool thing. Const func name equals parameter 1, and then you could just say here par1 plus something. And JavaScript automatically understands that when you do this, this means return this thing here, right? So we don't need to put curly brackets, we don't need to write the word return, it will also do it that way. So that's a nice little thing to do with arrow functions that comes in handy a lot later on, as you'll see when we start doing array methods and working with the DOM and things like this. But there is an important difference. So as I said, they are, for all intents and purposes, declaring a function, you can do it either way, really just depending on what you think feels more natural or what feels more consistent for you. But there is an important difference, and it is something called hoisting. Now, I don't have the time in this video to describe hoisting in its full glory, so I will make a different video on this topic. But it is important to note that arrow methods do not hoist, and that means you must declare an arrow method before you use it. So here, func name Anna, yeah, will work, but if we move this up above our declaration, it will not work. And that is a difference, yeah? It has to be declared before we use it. And that's different to this function keyword, which is the other way around. It doesn't matter where you declare it, where you use it, it will work. So yeah, there will be a lot more about arrow functions in future. So hang in there, hang tight, and remember this for later.